Hello, everybody. Today is the 14th of July, and I have not done any reporting on the Nolan Wells case that occurred on July 4th, but I'm going to do that at this time. And it is definitely a case that is divided along racial lines. So I am reporting this only based on the information I have obtained. This is not my opinions on any of these issues. I am reporting the facts as they are stated presently. The case began on July 4th, 2026, when 18-year-old Mississippi student athlete Nolan Wells failed to return from a trip to Horn Island with 3 of his friends. Nolan was last seen at around 3 p.m., reportedly speaking with a girl near the north end of the island. His friends left the island without him, claiming their boat was taking on water. Nolan's mother reported him missing around midnight, marking the official onset of the case. The case immediately divided along racial lines. From the moment Nolan was reported missing, the case took on a racial dimension that is impossible to ignore. Nolan was a young black athlete. The 3 friends he was with were white. The law enforcement agencies handling the case are predominantly white, and the Wells family has made it very clear they do not believe the friend story and they do not trust the initial law enforcement narrative. This distrust is not speculative. It is the family's public position. And again, this is not my positions on any of this. I am just reporting it. The family cannot afford the attorney that they would like to have had, which was the attorney Ben Crump. But they have managed to retain him, and they have retained him from outside donations that are funding the entire case. The Wells family has a normal, everyday, working type class job, and they have openly stated they cannot afford civil rights attorney Ben Crump. Crump's involvement is being supported through outside donations, national civil rights networks, and high-profile supporters. This has been confirmed. The family is not paying Crump. They could not afford to pay Crump, and they are admitting this openly and publicly. This is why the case has escalated so quickly outside support stepping in immediately. High-profile support signals a civil rights case, not a simple drowning. The involvement of Tyler Perry, who is also a financial supporter, Reverend Al Sharpton, who is going to actually officiate the funeral, and national civil rights organizations, shows that the case is being treated as a civil rights matter, not an accidental drowning. This level of support does not appear in cases where the narrative is straightforward. It appears in cases where racial tension exists, witness contradictions exist, law enforcement is distrusted, foul play is suspected, national attention is expected. This case meets all of those criteria requirements. The family does not believe their friends, and his friends were white. The Wells family has stated they do not believe the 3 friends that Nolan was with. They have raised concerns about contradictions in the friends' statements, why Nolan stayed behind, why the friends left without him, why Nolan's phone ended up with the group. There were deleted message and timeline inconsistencies. Those are all very valid facts. These concerns are not just rumors as well. These are part of the family's public statements that they have made. The family does not trust law enforcement. The family has stated they do not trust the early conclusions from the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. They believe the investigation lacked transparency. They believed assumptions were made too quickly. They believed drowning was suggested without full evidence. They believed witness contradictions were not addressed immediately. This distrust is a major reason that attorney Crump was brought in. The body was found, but the answers were not. On July 6th, a National Park Service ranger found Nolan's body on the northwest tip of Horn Island. His identification was confirmed through dental records. Autopsy results, both state and independent, have not been released at this time. The family believes foul play is possible. Law enforcement says they do not suspect foul play. The divide is widening. The current status. The investigation remains active and contested. The racial dynamics are central to the case. The family's distrust is central to the case. Outside funding has become central to this case. Witness contradictions are central. National civil rights involvement is central. There will be funeral services held on July 20th at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum and Convention Center in Biloxi, and it will be officiated by Reverend Al Sharpton with the assistance from Tyler Perry. So that's the current situation with the Nolan Wells case. Like I said, these are not any of my own personal opinions, and everything that I have reported is information that the family has commented on publicly and in a news conference, not on one occasion, but a couple. So we will see what happens with this. And hopefully when the autopsy results come in, maybe that can clarify if it was a drowning or if there was some foul play involved. We need to be fair all the way around and look at all the sides of this case and keep an open mind at all times. My condolences go out to the Wells family, and I wish all of you a good afternoon, and I will talk to you soon. PI 56 is out.